Well, good morning, everybody.
You got all sorts of things going on here.
I gotta turn my phone volume off, Josh. You gotta have that down.
Gotcha.
I gotta have that up too, in case somebody texts me on my side of the Facebook side. So, hey, good morning, everybody. I don't know if anybody's awake yet this morning. There's a little more traffic out there this morning than there was yesterday, but Black Friday's over, Josh. Another one in the history books.
That's I don't know. You say it all the time, but I cannot believe that
It's November.
Thanksgiving over.
But it's December.
Yeah, Thanksgiving's over, November's over, we're into December, and this year is just I don't know.
And my wife this morning says, "When can I start Christmas shopping?" I said, slow her down.
We've already had so you got Christmas decorations up yet?
Oh, hell yes. we skipped right over
Thanksgiving. So yeah, you're holiday crowding is what you're doing.
Exactly. It drives me crazy, but it is what it is. Hey, it's a call-in show if anybody's awake this morning.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful day out there in Cake Land. It's not sun shining in 70 somewhere in the world, just not here. But I guess it's kind of what the weather we expect here for this time of the year. Hey, it's a call-in show 316-462-3673. Anything ailing your car, tires, brakes, batteries. Anything in the automobile world, anything we're talking about, anything in the racing world, I don't care. Get a great price package valued over, and I forgot that number already, Josh.
205.
205. Sure it ain't 206.
Well, it could be.
$205 worth of value of everything you get in that package for calling in the show. And as always, Josh, what's in that package, buddy?
So we're going to mail it out to you, but it's going to consist of the works, which is an oil change and tire rotation. We use Motorcraft oil and filter products here at Mel Hamilton Ford. While we're performing that, we're also going to complete a multi-point inspection on your vehicle, checking over the brakes, tires, steering, suspension, all the safety-related components on that vehicle. You'll also get yourself $10 to Mel's Diner, so you can get yourself something to eat and drink while you're here with us at the big corner. Complete nitrogen for your tires, so you get all the great benefits that nitrogen has to offer. And then a BG products package, which consists of a can of MOA or motor oil additive for your engine oil, and then 44K for your fuel system. Again, just getting that car geared up and ready to go for that next 5,000 miles of driving.
All right, 316-462-3673. And Darren McKim. Morning, guys. Hope you all had a great thing. Hey, we did have a great Thanksgiving. Delbert, how's everything in the lovely Oklahoma City? So
we got I don't know. So not automotive related, I guess, but did you have Thanksgiving dinner, and what was when you're looking forward to Thanksgiving dinner, like what's the one dish that makes it Thanksgiving dinner?
Okay. We'll take that on the chat line or take it on the call-in show. Even calling in, you get the great price package for it's that.
What's yours?
Favorite dish at Thanksgiving?
Yeah.
Well, we got to refrain this for a minute.
Okay.
Is it the favorite thing to cook?
No. It's consumed. Yeah, it's strictly eaten. No, I don't know. Yeah, it's strictly eaten.
Mashed potatoes and gravy, by far. By far.
Really?
Yep.
But okay.
I could just have a whole plate of them things and go.
Yeah. Mashed potatoes or the gravy?
Oh, I gotta have both.
You get it's one thing.
No, that's gotta have both.
All right, fine.
Yeah, that's just a combination.
So for my like deviled eggs, I don't know. There's a
I forgot about that too. I didn't have any in my house this year.
What?
So, no, I didn't have any deviled eggs.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't even come to my mind.
Huh.
From that part.
Yeah. Very good.
Deviled eggs, really?
Yeah, deviled eggs, probably.
So
do some sketch stuff for some deviled eggs.
Joe Petty's watching. Morning, Joe.
Oh, yeah. One of the guys had brought a tray with him. Yesterday, it was left over from Thanksgiving. They were trying to hand out deviled eggs, and I said, "Okay, hold on. If you have leftover deviled eggs,
something's wrong there with that deal."
I said, "There's two problems that come from that," and I didn't mean anything negative by it. But I said, one, you're either hanging out with the wrong group of people, because if they don't like deviled eggs, there's something wrong with the crowd that you're hanging out with. Or secondly, whoever made the deviled eggs didn't do a very good job, because I've never seen deviled eggs last.
Well, that's my thing. I'd have a hard time eating them a day later.
Oh yeah. It's
I'm not a leftover person anyway, but a deviled egg 24 hours later, and I have to pass on that.
It's a point of sale merchandise.
Yeah, right now. As soon as they're done, we got to eat them.
Yeah.
So anyway, comment in the deal your favorite Thanksgiving food, or call in and get the price package for your favorite Thanksgiving food. We're gonna flip the show around anyway. So from that part, Elbert got his daughter's car back from the Bronco Sport, got it all fixed up with the transmission stuff. All right, good deal, buddy. So
brand new transmission. Very good. So she's rolling.
Okay, hey Josh, next Saturday, you know what's going to happen next Saturday?
Oh, I cannot believe this already. Yeah. So the weather, I think, is 12 degrees, something like that.
Come on. Come on. You got to get up a little earlier than that, dude.
Fine. You're going up on the roof.
It is. Next Saturday is always the first Saturday of December, is up on the roof to get toys for the Salvation Army. So everybody get ready to come out and have a great time. I hope Santa's going to show up. We have a little question. He might not be able to. He's got little conflicts and stuff I'm hearing about on Santa getting here. So take your fingers crossed. Hopefully Santa will show up. I hear there's some choir coming to sing this year. Stuff. So we're going to fill up some toys for. So this is going to be number 18.
God, that's crazy.
That I've been up on that roof, 18 years. So, yeah, kind of fun.
Is this the year? What's the weather look like? Have you even?
It ain't 12 degrees.
Okay, all right, fine.
I haven't even looked. I don't have to look. I know it's going to be sunny and 70 on Saturday.
Man, I tell you, that it's out of the 18 years, I can think of maybe 2 years.
I've had 2 that were rough.
Two. That were.
And that one year when that thing, I could stand behind the building just enough to catch the wind going kind of like this, and then that wind shifted and come right in my face. Oh my God, it was cold and snowing.
Oh,
yeah, it was cold.
It was snowing both ways. Yeah.
No, it wasn't. It was coming hard. But anyway, it is what it is. We do it for the kids and get the toys for Salvation Army.
It's a great cause.
Next Saturday to get things geared up. But can't get here next Saturday, I understand it. But we'll have trucks on the showroom floor starting Monday. So if you're going to bring them early, that'd be great too. So 18th annual. Fill up on the roof
for
filling up the F-150s full of toys for new unwrapped any ages from 0 to 18 years. So get those up. We'll have some fun next Saturday at after the Underhood show. I'll go up on live and set up there till we fill up a couple trucks. Maybe just have them filled before we get there. That's what's going to happen.
Well, that's only if it's 12 degrees.
Yeah, I like that. Are you trying to figure out kind of catch me at 12 degrees? Yeah, okay. That's all right. Hey, anyways, call-in show. What's your favorite Thanksgiving food? Josh's deviled eggs. I said mashed potatoes and gravy, but I don't know. Now that he said that, I don't know. I have to flip the deal around.
You're flipping around. Yeah.
Oh, Rick Armour says deviled eggs too. All right. So anyway, Josh,
it's been a very busy week back in the shop for sure this week. Obviously being off for Thanksgiving and trying to get everybody ready to go to get out of town and do some traveling for sure. I think it was a extremely busy travel season for sure. I will say though that it seemed like yesterday, and you and I were kind of discussing that, the Black Friday or the morning things, typically driving in that morning, see a crap ton of cars, and then
I think that little adage of change of being up so early for everybody.
Yeah,
I mean the Walmart there coming off Kellogg off of Dugan there really wasn't hardly anybody there.
Yeah,
from that part either. The roads very quiet yesterday morning, a little busier this morning than what they were yesterday coming in, but I think it's all kind of flipped.
Yeah, and then so from us in the shop, we did the first 10 oil changes were 99 cents, which those went. Obviously very fast as well for the shop over there. And then, like I said, this week it's just been, again, busy getting everybody down the road and being able to travel and that kind of thing. And ran into a couple of different situations in the shop this week. We've got a 24 F600 back there, and it is
24 F600.
Yeah, F600. And so it's a service truck, so it has like a crane on it or a man lift on it, and that doesn't work. So the PTO, in order to activate the PTO on the truck, the park brake has to be set, which is understandable. You wouldn't want the thing rolling around or with that boom up in the air. And where I guess I'm headed with this is just the complexity level of these vehicles anymore. So it's an electronic park brake on this system that's controlled by a couple of different modules, and we're kind of struggling with this truck. But I'm thinking, okay, if you have this same repair that somebody is either independently trying to work on or at an independent shop without all the manuals and everything going on with this thing, like I just can't fathom being in that aftermarket world, or that work on a vehicle at home in the garage with these modern vehicles. And it's, the guy that wants to work on stuff at home, I get it, I understand it, and I think it's awesome to have a good working knowledge of of the vehicle and how it works and stuff like that. But I think of all the manuals that these guys go through and read, and all the technical specifications and torque specifications, and the one-time use bolts is something that I don't think we talk near enough about, and that are part of even the simplest of repairs anymore. That I think of a repair getting done in an aftermarket shop, and nobody
you don't have the information to know where that bolt is a one-time use bolt or a torque to yield bolt, or is it a torque bolt, or is it a torque and then so many turns?
The degrees afterwards.
After you turn it. I mean, yeah, you got to have the information. And it still goes back to what I said back in my day when I was a technician starting out. If you had that shop manual out, guess what? You didn't know what the hell you're doing today. If you don't have a laptop out and buy the information to be able to know what you're doing with that repair, you could cost the consumer a lot of money. I mean, I can go through and think of jobs that we've gotten in here from other shops that didn't do it correctly. And I think these independent shops are trying hard, but they've got to have that information to buy it, to get it where we can get it from Ford and stuff. But again, we buy it for all the other makes and models to work on, which is, I don't know, what do you think? You get 95% of the stuff you need out of that, even though maybe 90%.
Yeah, I would say around 90
from fighting that situation. So
we had and this has been, I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks back, we had a vehicle come in, and it was making a rattling noise when you would excel. And what it ended up being was the balancer, the harmonic balancer, or the crankshaft pulley on this vehicle was actually chattering, essentially. So it was kind of moving around. Well, it was from the crank bolt that was loose. So the crankshaft bolt was loose on this thing, and that pulley was bouncing around in there. Well, the customer had previously, about, I don't know, I think it was around 15,000 miles ago, and about a year and a couple months, they had another shop and it was an independent shop or an aftermarket shop, had resealed the front timing cover on this thing.
Forgot to replace the bolt.
And they didn't make that as part of the repair. And so now I'm thinking of this from a consumer standpoint, like you could potentially never even make the connection that that's the cause of it. Like you could have just thought that it was, hey, this the vehicle has another issue, and this is what was going on. But the only reason that happened was because it was improperly torqued, and it was not, the bolt wasn't replaced. And for that vehicle to go 15,000 miles, no issues, no problems.
Here's the next thing is, if that bolt would have come loose and I kept driving or doing whatever, the bolt could have come out and went. The harmonic balancer, some of those are pressed on, some are fitted on, but it would have held on for a little while with the tension of the belt. But eventually that's going to come off.
Yeah.
And when it comes off, it's going to destroy so many things.
Well, and then you talk about timing, and for the crankshaft to camshaft on the timing chain portion of it, once it gets out of time, depending upon the motor, and this one would have been an interference motor. Pretty much anything anymore, they're pretty much all interference motors for the most part, especially when they come off at higher RPMs and stuff like that. But, and I mean, talk about, so I feel like we kind of went through a phase where everything was timing chains, and then they went to timing belts pretty much and everything, and now we're back to chains again.
Amazing that changes.
It is. Yeah. I mean, and I suppose that maybe comes in with the variable timing and all of that. I mean, there are some systems out there that are on a belt that have the variable timing with them as well. But yeah, definitely back to chains again, I think. And I don't know. Yeah, that's another thing that you just don't repair a whole lot, is putting timing chains in a vehicle. So years ago, on a 327, how often would you put a timing chain on it?
God, remember when they first come out, when they had the plastic gears on them so they would run quieter?
Yeah.
Those things would shear. Then all them pieces of plastic would go down the oil pan and plug up the oil pump and lose a motor. But back then, I mean, that was 60, 70,000 miles for a chain. You could sometimes I remember the cover on those things. The chain would get so loose it'd be banging on the chain outside of the timing cover, making all kinds of noise and stuff.
I've seen one of them actually wear through the timing cover
and, I've seen that too.
Create an oil leak.
Mm-hmm.
But also on that chain side, I mean, it could get loose, but it wasn't gonna. I don't know. You've never really seen one jump time or anything like that. It was typically just broke or wore through the timing cover before anything. Yep. And then you went into the belt side of things, and that was something that you typically had to maintain. And then that's when you started seeing stuff jump time or go out of time that way for sure.
Yeah. Well, anyway, Craig Miller, thanks for watching. Dennis Nelson, thanks for watching. Joe Petty, Bill Lindsay, good morning. Jason Cox, good morning. Goose Lizzie. Goose, I tell you what, buddy, the exciting news announced last week, you got to get on the phone here and talk about it. 316-462-3673. Goose, let's hear from you. If you're available to jump on the phone and talk about your big announcement last week, Goose, love to hear from you from that part. 316-462-3673. Anyway, everybody, if you want to call in your favorite Thanksgiving food, you get the $205 package, or just put it in the comment line from that part. Josh's deviled eggs, I said mashed potatoes and gravy. Rick Armart said deviled eggs. I tell you, I didn't have any deviled eggs in my house. I probably would have flipped my decision a little bit, but I didn't have them. So I just thought would had. Now, I had so much fun cooking the turkey.
Did you?
I'm not a big turkey. I'm an okay turkey fan, but
Turkey has a day, right?
Has a day.
Yeah, and that's Thanksgiving. And then, from my perspective, it's good. I like it, but just what it takes to cook it and stuff. Like I would rather do a steak or
I guess I'm with you there too.
Something like that. And so yeah, turkey has a day, and it's good for that day, and we move on.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
The different ways of cooking it and stuff like that, it's always interesting to kind of hear the stories of how people cook it and what they do. And then I always say this too, like, okay, so turkeys are typically pretty big. We had a huge one this year, but that's something that, you don't really want to alter the way you do something when you have a bunch of people over. At least I have
Clark.
I have a little bit of a phobia of that. So I just go with what works.
Yeah. Hey, 316-462-3673. Jason Cook's on the line. Let's get him online here too. And Joe Petty says Maryland makes a fantastic turkey soup the day after Thanksgiving.
Well, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep, there you go there. Very good. Very nice. So anyway, I bet that is pretty good. I've never had turkey soup.
Yeah, what do you do with all the leftovers afterwards?
I know what I do with them. Hand them out, take them home. Somebody else.
You can, so you can leave, but you're taking some of this with you.
Exactly. No, you're not leaving till you take
some. Till you take some. There you go. Like Hotel California. So hey, let's go to the phones and talk to Jason. Good morning.
Morning, guys. How are you?
Perfect.
Hey, I got a question for you.
Okay.
So I got home Wednesday from work, got in my pickup. The emergency brake light was on, and I got a reading saying battery trouble system low. I was like, what the heck?
What's
so
low
I called
again?
your quick lane advisor. They said, yeah, bring it in. It's probably your battery. So I brought it into you guys, and sure enough, it was the battery. My question is, how long is the battery supposed to last?
Man, that's a good question. They got warnings from 5 years to 6 years. I think there's even some 7-year batteries out there now. But the real crucial thing about a battery today is keeping it fully charged. These batteries in these cars are not designed to go down. If you run them down, that's going to take a lot of life out of them too. Again, the life it spends in the cold weather versus hot weather even is just as bad on a battery as cold weather, that sort of thing. Best thing I'm telling you is every time we service your car is being able to, the way we can load test batteries today is so amazing, so cool. So you kind of know if a battery's starting to get weak. For example, if you've got 600 cold cranking amps, what it's supposed to have, and we test it, it's at 400. It's probably still okay, but you know what? I know it's dropped 200 cold cranking amps. I want to get it out of there because I don't want to take a chance of being at the wrong place at the wrong time. That battery's going to go bad on me.
Well, and once it starts getting weak, though, that's, the back half of that battery is going to go extremely fast for sure. And, you talk about length of batteries and to be perfectly honest, I mean, we've had brand new vehicles get delivered off of a truck out here with a brand new battery in it. And it's, had to be replaced. And so the life of a battery is typically around 3 to 5 years. And a lot of times what you'll see is it'll fail early on in its life, or it'll fail, the 3 to 5 year time cycle. There's kind of a year or two in there that you really don't see a whole lot of failures in a battery for sure. And like Phil said, there's so many variables that go into what makes a battery last longer than another. People's driving habits are huge. If you just start your car up and you drive it 5 minutes down the road and you shut it off, and what it takes to start that car and what you deplete from the battery in a 5-minute drive, you're likely to not charge that thing all the way back up before you then shut it off again, and then you turn around and start it back up again. And we've got a gentleman that lives literally just a couple blocks from work here, and every once in a while he's just got to run his vehicle a little bit longer, or he'll get a message with the Ford Pass app that says that that it's in a battery saver mode or battery saver type mode, and it's just because he doesn't drive the vehicle much. Now, me, on the other hand, when I'm driving, 30, 45 minutes a day, that's going to be a different thing for that battery. And then the other thing too, you got to think of is, heat cycles too. A lot of batteries, some of them the majority of them are still out under the hood, but even manufacturers have put them in the interior cabin or in the trunk to try and help the weather conditions in which they're in. But you think out under the hood and the temperatures, the extreme heat or cold from the ambient temperatures, but then also the heat from the motor compartment and stuff, and that battery going through those cycles each time just depletes them. It just works on them. So
best thing is just make sure just make sure, Jason, each time you bring it in for service, we give you the reading of your battery so that you can kind of just watch it and see how it's doing.
Well, they went ahead and replaced that. I haven't go ahead and put in a battery in it, but my truck is a 22 Ford F-150. And it is so computerized. I wonder if that had something to do with it too, with all the computerization and everything.
So, there are a lot of modules on these vehicles, getting more and more every year, for sure. And that is the voltage, and steady voltage is so crucial on these things. And so, does it affect the life of the battery? I'm sure it does. Even now with Ford coming up with these vehicles, and your 22 would have it too, but they're able to do these over-the-air updates, themselves. So the vehicle's just sitting there, and as a consumer, you're thinking, well, it's just sitting there, nobody's using it, but it's actively
using a battery,
using the battery and doing stuff, and things like that.
And again, on these computerized trucks today, as much things are on them, if a truck doesn't go for a week, I promise that battery's at least half dead. From that part. Tim, who always listens to the show, and he's my neighbor over there, he takes long trips in his truck, but then it sets several weeks at a time. And I've hardwired a battery tender in it for him, so it's on all the time just to keep it charged. But he's also watching for those over-the-air updates and things happening there too. But even that truck shut off, even your truck is still drawing current to keep the computers alive and that sort of thing too. And if you leave them set for over a week, I guarantee that battery's half dead.
Good to know.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate the info, guys. Thank you so much.
Great question. Thanks for calling in, Jason. Have a great
All right, guys. Have a good weekend.
You too, buddy. Hey, Jason.
All right.
Hey, Jason.
Yes.
Favorite Thanksgiving food.
Favorite Thanksgiving food?
Yeah, favorite Thanksgiving
alcohol.
Food. Hey, never thought of that one, Josh.
Man, here I
That's
thought.
Like from Christmas Vacation. Clark was asking.
Hey, I had 16. Yeah, I had 16 people here for Thanksgiving. I was ready for a drink.
No kidding. When Clark asked his dad how he made it through the holidays, he said a lot of Jack Daniels.
Very good. Thanks for the call, Jason.
Thank you guys so much.
All right. Man, I didn't think I was going to get trumped with my deviled eggs, and
you got trumped big time.
He just freaking mic dropped. Oh, that's funny. And neither one of us thought of it. That's even, We've got another caller coming in. We'll get to him here in just
going. Goose Lizzie is actually in Phoenix, he says. Not in an every place where he can call us, but just so everybody knows, Mid-America Dragway has now been purchased by Goose Lizzie. So it's going to be fun and exciting to see what he does with the drag strip. And He says he's going to include a 3/8 circle D track and an MMA motocross track along to go with the kart track. Creating a destination point for motorsports enthusiasts. I'll make an appointment with you guys and talk about all the particulars. So, Goose, maybe next week we can get on the show and talk about things going on there with that deal too. Excited for that part too. So,
yeah, sounds super exciting.
Yeah.
Hey, let's go to the phones and talk to Bill. Bill, good morning. You're on live with Under the Hood.
Morning, guys.
Morning.
Bill.
Got a question for you, Josh. I got a 22 Mustang. It just started doing it. It's been intermittent, but I've had tires balanced. I've got it and checked the alignment again on it, and about between 65 and 75, I start getting a little bit of a vibration up front.
And you said it's a 22?
Yes.
And you feel it, you feel it
Feel it in the wheel.
in the steering wheel?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, you say you've had the tires balanced. I wonder, were they load force balanced? Or do you know?
I couldn't tell you, Phil. I couldn't tell you. I bought the liquid metal wheels. They're a 19-inch wheel.
Yeah, it's what a load force means is you actually can, Bill, you can actually balance an egg, okay? But that egg, when it goes down the highway, is going to vibrate. So a load force balancer, when you put it on the machine, we put 700 pounds of pressure on that tire, measured under a pressure to see if there's any saw points in that tire. And the machine will give you a pounds of variance across that tire. And usually on passenger car tires, 12 pounds is about all more than you can really handle. As soon as you get over about 12 to 15 pounds, you're going to start feeling a vibration. Even though the machine's got it in balance, when you put the weight of the car on there, it's going to vibrate running down the road. So that's my first thing. Since you feel it in the steering wheel.
Yeah, would definitely would definitely want to start there. So you'd mentioned that it has aftermarket wheels on it. Did this start after you put the wheels on it, or?
No, it was doing it when we had the stock wheels on it, and then we put those liquid. So I went from 18s to 19s, and then put the liquid metal tags on there, the wheels on there. It's just started. I mean, it's continued to do it, but it's intermittent though.
Yeah, and you so you change wheels and tires both?
Yeah, I put it's got the Continental. I can't remember what they are.
That's not going to be it.
High performance all season radial.
Yeah,
on there.
Since you changed wheels and tires and it was there before and it's still there, that's not a tire and wheel situation for that part either. So
yeah, so one of the things that I would wonder, and I've seen this on a couple of different Mustangs, is the drive shaft itself actually being out of balance. And again, it's not, that's really not something that's common, but we have seen that on a couple of Mustangs that are very similar in years. So does that have what engine's in yours?
The 2.3 Vitune on it with the Roush cold air intake.
Yeah. I would wonder about that. The thing that maybe leans me not to that is typically you wouldn't feel that in just the wheel. Do you feel it in the seat at all, or?
I really haven't noticed it in the seat.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm getting frustrated, and we've been watching the tires. I'm not getting any abnormal wear out of the tires yet. But the tires only got 5,000 miles on them.
Yeah. Well, the very first thing that I would try to do, I mean, obviously driving it would, I'd be more than happy to go for a spin with you and get a better idea of, what I think or a direction to head. But like Phil says, the load force balancing of the tires would be a huge thing on my list to obviously check and figure out. And again, happy to go for a spin with you if you want to bring it by, and we can go for a
I'll bring it by. Tell the weather is, or maybe I can schedule a time with you, Josh, to bring it out and have you look at it. We're going to be out there next Saturday for the toy run. The Mustang Club's teaming up with Justin with the Bronco users of Central Kansas for the toy run next week. So
very good.
I think right now we're probably going to have about 25 or 30 cars going in next Saturday, about noon out there. So
that's awesome. Yeah, that's awesome. So yeah, get with me this next week here, Bill, and we'll go for a spin and at least get pin down to what direction we need to head. But I'm like Phil said, I would probably start out with load forcing those tires. So.
Okay. All right. I'll give you a call Monday or Tuesday. We'll get an appointment set up then.
Sounds good.
All right. Thank you. You guys have a good weekend.
You too,
Hey,
Bill.
what's your Thanksgiving
yeah.
food?
What's that?
What's the one thing you got to have for Thanksgiving food?
One food, I got ham.
Ham, really?
Gotta have a ham. Okay. Well, good
Ham.
deal.
Yeah, I got to have the ham.
Okay.
I'm not really a big turkey eater. Just got to have the ham.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Very good.
All right,
Well-
Billy. Have a great day, buddy.
All right, Jake. You guys take care.
All right, bye.
All right, 316-462-3673. Your favorite Thanksgiving gotta have food consumed. So we got turkey. We don't have. No one said turkey. We got mashed potatoes, gravy, deviled eggs, turkey soup, and now ham.
And alcohol.
Oh yeah, and now a lot of Jack Daniels. Okay. Anyway, Craig Miller. Are we going to the Chili Bowl? Craig, no. Mel Hamilton Racing is not going to be at the Chili Bowl this year. We've got so many events going on, and we weighed our odds of everything. What's going to be the best for Mel Hamilton Racing, and what's going to do for us and stuff like that. And so we nixed the Chili Bowl for this year. That's the first time Josh Renning will be down there in about 7-8 years doing a show down there live from that part. But there's just we had to go back on the calendar and look at everything we're doing, what's going on, and what's the best thing, the events to hit the most people and that sort of thing, and stuff too. So no, we will not be at the Chili Bowl this year doing the show or being down there with a booth. We just got so many exciting things and talking about that. PRI is coming up. We'll be leaving next Sunday, headed up to Hoosier distributor meetings on Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. And then Wednesday, we'll be setting up our PRI booth. And then Thursday, Friday, Saturday, we'll be live coming out of Indy. We will be doing lots of live shots from Indy. You want to stay tuned to our Facebook pages as we're doing the lives. We're going to be interviewing the Hoosier hero drivers as we've done the last couple of years, which will be fun and exciting to see all these drivers and the different types of driving they do.
Yeah, that's always interesting. You know, you get all the different perspectives from all the type of racing up there.
Yeah. So anyway, we're going to have the simulator there, and going to have the popcorn machine back again, Josh. I'm going to have somebody popping the popcorn for you this year. So you don't have to do that this year. Yeah.
Man.
It's terrible, isn't it? Anyway, we still haven't let out a secret surprise. It's coming. It's here at the dealership. We went and picked it up, and it's here. So we'll have something live, some teaser shots maybe later this week of what's going to be in the booth there at PRI with us. We're going to have some exciting interviews. We're going to be interviewing Willie Krupp is going to be in our booth for a little while talking about his new fuel rollover valves that I think is very, very cool. Going to have one in our hot rod too. So we'll display that. BG Products is going to have a display on there too. Some other interesting people will be coming live, so stay tuned. There should be some big names going to jump on live with us and do some live podcasts for those days. So make sure you got at least one of our channels liked from that part and enjoy these interviews we have live coming there from PRI. Exciting, fun, long week, but fun week, and excited. This is probably the most excited I've been to go to
PRI. Yeah, probably so.
Yeah, excited and stuff too. So anyway, so stay tuned for those live shots coming from PRI coming up next Thursday. And next Thursday, Friday. No, yeah, not this Thursday. Not this Thursday. A week from Thursday. What is those dates? 13th?
Yeah. Yep. I'm pretty sure it's the 13th.
So, no, it's the
11th,
12th, and 13th.
11th, 12th, 13th. I knew the 13th was included in that. But
so stay tuned on those dates and keep your live shots ready to go. We got some pretty good interviews set up for some pretty important people coming from the racing world. So stay tuned for that too. So anyway, Josh, we got some favorite foods going on.
We do. We've got a rebate going on. So the Works is this is the Black Friday deal, and this goes to through Monday, through the end of Monday, but it's $20 off. So it's a mail-in rebate, but again, we'll take care of
Doing all the legwork.
Yeah, do all the legwork and everything for you. I had one not this round of this deal, but they did it, I don't know, 9 months ago, 6 months ago, something like that. Ford had done that, and honestly, I had a vehicle serviced during that time and completely forgot all about it. And then just in the mail, here comes this $20 gift card. And yeah,
I had a couple of customers reach out to me and says, "Is this real?" I said, "Don't you remember we did that?" Oh yeah, I forgot about it.
Yeah.
So we try to make it easy for you to not have to go home and get on this site, do all the junk and stuff for you, but help you to get that money, because might as well get the money from Ford, right?
Heck yeah. Yep.
Exactly.
But
So-
you know, I think of $64.95 and then $20 back on that. Like you can't even buy an oil and filter for that.
let alone
So
the pain in the
yeah,
butt of doing it yourself. I get some people like to do that themselves, but it's kind of like changing on the race car. I really don't like to do it either, but what you got to do from that part too. So anyway,
definitely take advantage of that if that's something that that you need for sure.
so exciting for what Goose Liz is going to do down at Mid America Dragway. It's like he's got a lot of things planned and stuff like that too. So maybe next week we can get him live on the show or something. And since he's out in Phoenix, not able to get on the call, we'll talk about what's going to happen out at Mid America Dragway. Excited for that, and I'm sure Mel Hamilton Racing will be part of that down at Mid America Dragway, like we always have here in the last couple of years, to support the drag racing world of this area. So, Josh, I'm out of things to talk about. I got things to do too.
Yeah,
let's
let's put a lid on it.
put a lid on it. We'll go cook some turkey soup for. How about that? Does that sound good, Joe? Go cook some turkey soup up. I wonder if that's like chicken and noodle soup is what he does. So that's turkeys.
Yeah, I
Think
would assume. Surely, and you use your mashed potatoes too on it.
Oh
huh?
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Throw a deviled egg on top. How about that, Josh? So, hey, everybody, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. We got a busy day ahead of us here at the store. Got a lot of things we need to do. Thanks for calling in. Thanks for listening. Stay tuned. Next Saturday, 9 o'clock, we'll be live from you again. And then following up on the following Thursday, the 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th, live from PRI. Stay tuned for all that exciting stuff. And who knows, we might have little teaser shots of stuff we're going to be having on display in our booth at PRI. Everybody have a great Saturday. Stay safe, stay warm. We'll talk to you soon.